Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Hi, Jennifer, Sarah, Martha.
I
Let's wait for one more minute till everyone joins us. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Rita. Good morning. Good to see you. No problem, Victoria. I see that your camera is not working. It's fine.
I know I'm trying to fix it.
All right, Rita.
Hi everyone.
I
Good afternoon and good evening. Good to see all of you again.
And thank you for joining. I'm Rupali Upshankar.
And I'm Kapil. Both of us are internationally certified, licensed Heal Your Life teachers, workshop leaders, and coaches.
Yeah, and just like every Friday, we will be discussing a topic today. Then we will meditate together, and then if there are any shares, any questions, then we'll discuss them. And for today, we actually decided to speak about how to love yourself based on Louise Hay's teachings. And August 30th is actually fourth anniversary of Louise's transitioning on. And that is the reason we are celebrating her legacy.
Absolutely. So it's been 4 years now that Louise crossed over the Rainbow Bridge, but she continues to live with us in spirit and in her teachings and insight. And we are going to honor her legacy by talking about ways in which we can love ourselves, 12 ways in which we can love ourselves. Uh, and coincidentally, as Louise used to say, there are no coincidences, but Dr. Wayne Dyer passed exactly on the same day 2 years later. So in our Circle of Love next week, we are going to be honoring Dr. Wayne Dyer's legacy in a very similar fashion to what we are doing with Louise's legacy today. We have talked about self-love at times, and we keep talking about self-love at times. And no matter how much we talk about it and how much we practice self-love, it never goes out of fashion. It never goes out of vogue. And the reason is self-love is the most important thing there is. Directed inward, self-love becomes self-care. That's the place where we, in the space of self-care, we learn how to take care of ourselves, of our body, of our health, of our mental, emotional states, of our mind, of our spirit, of our soul. And directed outwards, self-love allows us to go confidently in the direction of our dreams, pursue our passion, follow our vision. And that's where it becomes and shows out as self-confidence and self-esteem and self-worth. So self-love is the most important thing that there is. And today we're going to talk about 12 ways in which we can practice self-love every day.
So for today, we actually prepared a few slides. So you can view the pictures and the slides. Let me start sharing my screen.
As much as we don't like slides, we decided to bring a few slides today. We made them nice and pretty. Thank you, Rupali, for doing that.
Sure.
In the corporate world, there's a term death by PowerPoint, which is basically throwing the fire hose at the slides and having tons of content. This is not one of those presentation sessions.
Is everyone able to view the slides? Just show me a thumbs up. Okay. So the first one that Louise spoke about was about stop all criticism.
Stopping all criticism of others, and most importantly, of our own self. And that's the starting point of getting into the space of self-love. The more we criticize, the more reasons we find to criticize. The more we criticize others, the more we criticize circumstances, environments, conditions, the more we find faults, flaws, things that are not perfect. And we end up doing this not only with others, we also end up doing this with ourselves, and everything actually starts looking incorrect and wrong, and we end up becoming a victim. So the first way you can start practicing self-love today, right now, is stopping all criticism. If a thought that's critical of someone or something or your own self comes to the mind, you always have the ability to choose a different thought. You always have the ability to take the power back in the present moment, the power of now, as Dr. Wayne Dyer would say. Take the power back and replace a critical thought with a kind, loving, compassionate, accepting thought for others, for the situation, for your own self. Choosing to look, choosing to reframe, choosing to see the good in every situation, allowing you to become not someone who becomes a victim, but allowing you to become a champion, a winner, someone who actually is able to get past limitations, your own limitations, your parents' limitations, and limitations that the society, culture, peer group, and other constraints put upon you.
And you can notice the energy that you bring in your body with the criticism. So try complaining about something and just notice how you feel in your body. And then try praising something and then see how you feel in your body. And if at all you do criticize, then the next point is forgive yourself.
Yeah. You know, as once again, as we keep saying, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And what we are doing here is changing years of conditioning, decades worth of conditioning of thought patterns and how we act and how we react and how we respond and how we think and how we behave. And therefore, if it means that some of those old thought patterns continue, learn to forgive yourself, knowing fully well that you are trying to do the best you can. So even if you end up criticizing, as long as you are in a space of awareness, a space of being able to take your own power back, knowing fully well that you're doing the best you can, forgive yourself and tell yourself, hey, you know, I accept and acknowledge that I was critical. It's okay. It's all good. And I will move into a space of not being critical going forward. There's a beautiful practice which we borrow from the modern Hawaiian huna, not the traditional huna, but the modern Hawaiian huna, which is self-identity through Ho'oponopono. That's what the technique is. It's 4 phrases: I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And essentially, it sums up the philosophy of forgiving yourself. I'm sorry that I got into this whole notion of being critical. Please forgive me. You're telling your own self. I love you. You're telling your own higher self. And thank you is also something that you're telling yourself. So this is not a dialogue you're having with anyone else. It's a dialogue that you're having with your own higher self.
And forgiveness is also about letting go of the past. Whatever has happened in the past, just let it go, thinking that I was doing the best I could at that time with the best knowledge and awareness and understanding that I had at that point in time. So forgive yourself for any negative actions, any thoughts, anything that has happened in your past. The next is don't scare yourself. Don't have all kinds of fears and doubts in your mind. Stop terrorizing yourself with your thoughts, because fear is really just a thought that might not be even true. So just Louise used to say that all fears and doubts are only delay mechanisms, and then they stop you, they hold you back from doing the things that you want to do or having the things that you want to have in your life. So don't scare yourself. Let go of all your fears and move into space of love, into space of feeling confident. And a technique to do that is when you feel fearful, just think about your favorite things or look at them. And Louise had yellow roses as her favorite thing. So she used to always place yellow roses all around her. And whenever she used to have fearful thoughts or negative emotions, she used to look at these yellow roses and they would remind her of letting go of all her fears.
And this is something that we as little children intuitively know, right? So all little children have a favorite toy, a favorite soft toy, a favorite doll, a favorite stuffed animal that they latch onto. They want that animal to be there. As we grow up, we convert that entire notion into what we call as a talisman. And a talisman could be something very similar. Uh, it could be something that comes from your faith. It could be something that comes from your spirituality. It could be something that comes from your belief. Uh, and the talisman can then get on your sacred altar. It could be a rock, could be a stone, could be a chain, could be a palm stone, could be a flower, could be a particular flower, could be a tree, anything. But it's always good to have this on your sacred altar, also inside your inner heart, so that you know exactly that when you get into a mode of terrorizing yourself, you have something to latch on to. In the words of Mark Twain, as he said, my life has been a series of disasters, most of which did not happen. And that's what we do with ourselves all the time. We take a fearful thought, and uh, that train of thought essentially grows bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and it becomes a train wreck of negativity.
So, what is most important is moving into a positive thought in the present moment. And the next is be gentle and kind and patient, the way we will be with little babies. So treat yourself like you would treat someone else. So be kind to yourself, be patient. Even if you do make mistakes, it's okay to make mistakes and forgive yourself.
Every spring we plant new trees, we plant new seeds, and then we water those seeds, and then we don't go bend over the seed and shout and yell and scream, grow seed, grow tree, grow. It doesn't work that way. This is the law of the farm. You got to be gentle, kind, patient, compassionate, understanding with yourself, because that's the most important person in the world. You're the most important person in the world.
Be kind to your mind, be kind to your thoughts. It's okay to have a thought, and a thought can be changed. So just be kind.
And we keep talking about the thought cycle. Our thoughts create our state being the feelings that we experience in our body and the emotions we experience in our mind. And we end up acting out our state. So the reactions that we have, the behaviors that we have, the habits that we take on are all a reflection of our state. And that state is coming from our thoughts. Now, thoughts, of course, are coming from a variety of sources. They're coming from the sensory stimuli, they're coming from our belief system, they're coming from our early childhood experiences. But at a thought level, in the present moment, you always have the power to choose a different empowering thought than a negative and disempowering one.
Six is praise yourself. Just remember, when was the last time that you really appreciated something that you did or you said to someone? So get into a habit of praising yourself, patting yourself on your back, even if no one else does it for you. So rather than depending on approval from others, just approve of yourself.
And when you get into that notion of approving yourself, this is, as I said, self-love directed inwards. You don't no longer have to rely upon anything external to validate your actions or validate what you're doing. When you're pursuing your own vision, aspirations, dreams, and when you actually praise your own self, you're getting into a space of a significant self-worth and self-esteem, where you do things because they're the right things to do and you enjoy doing them.
Support yourself by meaning that you support yourself. Ask for help. It's okay to ask for help from your friends, from your family, and get into a habit of it's okay that I needed help.
Yeah, a lot of us at times come from a space where asking for external help is looked upon as inferior, and that isn't the case, especially when it comes to mental health.
Yes.
It's absolutely fine to work with a coach, to work with a counselor, to work with a therapist, to work with an alternative therapist. We live in an age where a lot of these things have become federated, have gone online. There's an immense treasure trove of people who are willing to help out. So support yourself in any and every way you can. It also means getting yourself into doing the inner work that we keep talking about almost every Friday in a circle of love. Could be the affirmations, could be visualization, could be creative visualization, could be writing, could be scripting, could be mirror work. All the inner work practices, support yourself by doing those practices as opposed to not doing them.
Be loving to your negatives. What this means is be again kind to your negative emotions. So, how much ever you decide that you will not criticize, you will not complain, there will be times when you will be angry, you will be fearful, you will have doubts, you'll have hatred, guilt, all kinds of negative emotions. But it's important to accept them as part of ourselves. So send love to those emotions and then let them go. Change them with a positive thought.
Absolutely. We all have inner sub personalities that are still out there, lurking out there in the shadows of our consciousness. We call it shadow work, we call it inner child work. There are inner children as we grow up, and they're still there. They're part of your life experience. Uh, and you might have suppressed them. You think they no longer bother you, but it's only suppression. What you need to do is knowing fully well that you can accept all parts of yourself, including the ones that you don't like, all parts of your body, including the ones that you don't like, all parts of your mind, all parts of your thought, including the ones that you don't like. And when you get into the space of accepting the parts of yourself that you don't like, is the first step in which you can start that integration process. And that's the healing. That's where the healing begins. Now, one of the biggest things to realize here as you start accepting and loving your negatives is there's a stark difference. Imagine for a minute that you criticize someone. And this in spite of telling yourself that, or you criticize yourself, this in spite of telling that you want to stop all criticism. You have two choices. One choice is a choice that says, oh, it's okay, it's all right. Uh, and that's the choice of complacency. That's the choice of basically not challenging the status quo, not taking personal responsibility for your life and for your growth. The second choice that you have is it's okay and I'm willing to grow. I did the best I could. I accept the fact that the criticism came from a negative part of me and I'm still getting used to changing this. I'm on a path of growth. And that is the path, that is the choice in which self-growth, personal transformation, and a lot of self-development actually happen.
Take care of your body. Health is indeed wealth. When you are healthy, then you are in a position to think about positive thoughts and emotions. And so learn about nutrition, what kind of food suits you better, what kind of exercise you need to do. And true healing really happens at all three levels: mind, body, and soul. So, body is an important aspect of the true healing.
Absolutely. And as you start to take care of your body, a lot of this will actually show up outwards. And uh, a lot of times we translate taking care of our bodies into exercise. And while exercise is definitely an important part of taking care of your body, there are other ways in which you can pamper your own body. In what ways can you pamper your body? Can you take a nice hot shower? Can you do aromatherapy? Can you go to a spa? Can you do massage? Think about all the other creative, fun ways in which you can take care of your body, knowing fully well that once again, taking care of your body starts with a thought. Uh, and the thought then shows up, it manifests in the physical world as an action of taking care of your body.
Mirror
We
work.
keep talking about mirror work, we keep talking about affirmation. So there are a lot of ways in which affirmations can be practiced. And mirror work is a practice of taking an affirmation, looking at yourself in the eye, in the mirror, and saying out these affirmations to yourself. Now, we do know that affirmations work. I was doing some research over the weekend in positive psychology, and we do now have peer-reviewed studies that actually say that affirmation actually prove that affirmations work. So it's not just positive thinking; it's not just airy fairy, pie in the sky. Uh, do the affirmations. You don't have to believe anything. You just have to be willing to put it into practice and see how it works for you in your life. Some affirmations, of course, will feel closer to you, to your heart. So work with the affirmations that feel right to you in the present moment, in the present situation, and then take that affirmation around what you want to create in your life, what you want to change in your life, in a very positive way. It's a positive statement, and then take that affirmation in front of your mirror and say it out to yourself. Uh, Create a ritual around it every time you wash your hands. For example, you will look at yourself in the mirror and say out uh, this 3, 4 affirmation sequence. Could be very small, doesn't have to be very elaborate. Uh, think of it as the time it would take you to sing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star twice, for example. And then make sure that these affirmations actually fit in that time window. And every time you wash your hands, or every time you do a particular activity, look at yourself in front of a mirror and practice mirror work. It works miracles.
And when you say this affirmation in front of the mirror, see what thoughts are coming to your mind. We have seen magical results with our clients when they do the mirror work, because it helps uncover a lot of hidden emotions and thoughts that you might be having at the back of your mind.
Yeah, there's a specific reason why they used to say our eyes are the windows to the soul. So when you actually do mirror work, you're talking to yourself, you're looking at yourself eye to eye in your own eyes, and you're talking to your soul directly.
And love yourself right now in this moment.
There is only the present moment that all of us have. Uh, so there's no point postponing loving yourself. There's no point saying, oh, I love myself in the afternoon, I love myself in the evening, I love myself tomorrow, I love myself over the weekend.
Or when I'm at that perfect weight that I want to be at. Or when I get that perfect job that I'm looking forward to. Or when I'm in a relationship. So don't wait for something else to happen in order to love yourself. Just love yourself the way you are right now, with whatever is going on around you.
Absolutely. You are in the right place at the right time in this moment. All of our lives are a series of present moments. So in the present moment, you always have an opportunity to love yourself in some way or the other. For me, my opportunity to love myself in the present way is taking a sip of my nice herb tea.
All right. And last but not least is have fun. Have fun doing these affirmations, being kind, doing the mirror work. Enjoy like children enjoy. Have childlike fun.
Absolutely. So the whole notion of self-love directed inward self-care, directed outward self-esteem that we keep talking about, and all the practices that support self-love uh, is coming from a space of fun. It's coming from a space of childlike curiosity, coming from a space of childlike wonder and playfulness. Uh, the moment the curiosity, the wonder, and the playfulness go away from this, it becomes a chore. It becomes something that you no longer look forward to. The more fun you can bring into this, the more exciting, the more easier, the more effortless, the more natural self-love becomes to put into practice.
All right, I'm going to stop share right now.
So these were the 12 ways in which you can actually love yourself right now. And you don't have to wait for anyone or anything to start putting these into practice. What a beautiful legacy that Louise left for all of us.
And now we will be doing our meditation. So we'll be doing a grounding practice. And after that, I will be reading out a treatment from Heal Your Life book by Louise. So get comfortable, sit comfortably and close your eyes. And after the meditation, we will have shares, questions, anything that you would like to add. So close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and let go. Take one more deep breath in, and as you exhale, let all tension just melt away. Letting your body relax. Feel all the muscles relax. See if you are holding tension in any part of your body and just let it go. Feel a wave of relaxation passing through your entire body. From the top of your head, through your neck, your shoulders, your spine, through your feet. Allow your body to completely relax. Focus your attention on your breath and allow your mind to completely relax. Let all thought go. Let all stress, worries dissolve in this moment. Just let it go. Now imagine that there's a long cord attached to the base of your spine. Focus your attention at the base of your spine where your root chakra is located. And imagine that there's a long cord attached to the base of your spine, extending down through the floor and way down into the earth. You can imagine that this is like the root of a big tree growing deep into the ground. This is called a grounding cord. You can imagine it like roots of a big tree growing down into the earth. Feeling your connection to the core of the earth. Now imagine that the energy of the earth is flowing up through this grounding cord and up through the soles of your feet, flowing up through all parts of your body, and it is flowing out through the top of your head. Imagine that this grounding cord is getting the energy from the center of the earth, flowing up through all parts of your body, through your spine, and out through the top of your head. The energy of this universe is flowing. It is flowing through you. Now imagine that this energy is coming in from the sky, now through the top of your head, through your body, and now it is going down through your grounding cord, into your feet, and going down into the center of the earth. Now imagine that the energy is now flowing in from the top to the bottom. From the top of your head, through your body, down through your feet, into the center of the earth. Now imagine this energy flowing in both directions. The energy from the earth is flowing upward through your spine, through the top of your head, and the energy from the universe is flowing downward, starting from the top of your head, going downward through your body, down deep into the core of the earth. Feel both these flows going in different directions and mixing harmoniously in your body. Feel this energy flowing in both the directions through your body. Keep your energy flowing, letting your mind completely relax. And now, in this space of deep healing and relaxation, repeat these affirmations in your mind after me. Deep at the center of my being, there is an infinite well of love. Deep at the center of my being, There is an infinite well of love. I now allow this love to flow to the surface. It fills my heart, my body, my mind, my consciousness, my very being, and radiates out from me in all directions and returns to me multiplied. The more love I use and give, the more I have to give. The supply is endless. The use of love makes me feel good. It is an expression of my inner joy. I love myself. Therefore, I take loving care of my body. I lovingly feed it nourishing foods and beverages. I lovingly groom it and dress it. And my body lovingly responds to me with vibrant health and energy. I love myself. Therefore, I provide for myself a comfortable home, one that fills all my needs and is a pleasure to be in. I fill the rooms with the vibration of love so that all who enter, myself included, will feel this love and be nourished by it. I love myself. Therefore, I work at a job that I truly enjoy doing, one that uses my creative talents and abilities, working with and for people that I love and that love me, and earning a good income. I love myself. Therefore, I behave and think in a loving way to all people. For I know that that which I give out returns to me multiplied. I only attract loving people in my world, for they are a mirror of what I am. I love myself. Therefore, I forgive and totally release the past and all past experiences, and I am free. I love myself. Therefore, I live totally in the now, experiencing each moment as good and knowing that my future is bright and joyous and secure. For I am a beloved child of the universe, and the universe lovingly takes care of me now and forevermore. I live totally in the now, experiencing each moment as good and knowing that my future is bright and joyous and secure. For I am a beloved child of the universe, and the universe lovingly takes care of me now and forevermore. So be it, and so it is. Take a few moments now to express gratitude to Louise as well as all our teachers and mentors who have taught us all this wisdom. Sending out thoughts of love, peace, and happiness to yourself, to your family, your friends, your community, and the entire planet, to the Mother Earth. Now slowly become aware of your surroundings and your body. And when you feel ready, slowly and gently open your eyes.
Welcome back, everyone. So as we continue to celebrate and honor the legacy of Louise, remember to put the self-love into practice starting today, starting right now, starting this weekend. Remember that self-love directed inward is self-care, where you take care of your mind, body, and soul. Self-love directed outwards is self-esteem and self-confidence, where you can actually march forward confidently in the direction of your dreams. It's a great weekend to pick up a book, pick up a book by Louise. Our friends at Hay House are running their annual 50% off sale. If you don't have your own copy of Heal Your Life, it's a great time to pick up one of those books or pick up something by Dr. Wayne Dyer. Reading is a great form of self-love. It's a great form of feeding, nourishing your spirit, your soul. Take good care of yourself this weekend.
And we have put our Zoom in gallery view. So if you are comfortable, do turn on your videos. We love to see your faces. And thank you, Victoria. We are glad that you were able to catch up the replay on our YouTube channel. We will be putting the replay of this meditation as well on our YouTube. So do watch it.
Yeah, we missed all of you last weekend. Looks like Zoom had a technical error and
Yeah.
most of you got locked out, and we missed all of you and missed seeing all of you in person.
So thank you for joining today.
Take good care of yourself. We wish you a lot of love, a lot of happiness, a lot of abundance, a lot of bliss, and we'll see you again in our circle of love next Friday.
Thank you,
Thank
Jane.
you, Pali. Thank you, Kapil. See you next week.
Yeah. Thanks, Jennifer, Sarah. Thank you, Rita.
Bye-bye.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Yep.
Bye
Thanks,
now.
Vicky. Bye.
Bye.